All right. Hello, everyone. I don't have too many things to report today because it's Sunday and I've been staying inside all day. We've played some Monopoly with the kids. We've been making pizza. And yeah, I was actually thinking of a pizza recipe. Now, we didn't have all the ingredients, but here's my favorite pizza all time. It's something that I used to have when I was a kid. We had a pizza store about, I think it's like 800 meters from where we lived across the rail line, and it was the sort of little corner shop pizza takeaway, and they had a pizza called Indiana or Indiana, and it had, and I guess it's not in Indian as in Indians, but rather in sort of Indians, Indiana, and it had curry. Curry was like the main ingredients. So instead of oregano on the pizza, it had curry instead. This is great. So here's the ingredients on that Indiana pizza. You can make this at home. Really great. So it has leek, and it has banana, and it has curry, and it has something salty. If you want to do this vegetarian, I would. We used to have shrimps on there, but now since my family is sort of vegetarian, I don't eat shrimps. I do, but so we changed that to olives instead. So leek, olives, and banana and curry, and then I like to put some virgin olive oil on top there, and then mozzarella on top as well, of course. It should have a base of tomato sauce, of course. So tomato sauce on the base, then the bananas, the salty olives or shrimps, if you like, the bananas, and the leek, and mozzarella on top. And there you go, into the oven. Great pizza. Try it out. All right, so yeah, and I did a short broadcast earlier also. Again, not too much to report. That was on my Facebook profile. You can go back and check that. Can't really remember that much what I talked about, but so I haven't done any running today. I slept for more than 8 hours last night, and that I said also in the other update. And there was like the first night in this week that I slept more than 6 hours. All the others have been like 5 hours and 30 minutes or so. And partly, I don't think I really was that sleep deprived, but rather that I had run more than I had the week before. So I was already up yesterday to 60 kilometers compared to 40 the week before. So that's a big increase. I haven't done any running yet today. I probably will do right after this, and after doing some stuff with the kids, I will do some case on the treadmill just so I bump up the number a little bit. But so. And I was tired yesterday. I felt it in my whole body, underneath my feet as well. Was sort of I don't know what they called it. It's the tendons that are under your feet anyway. They were sore on my right yesterday, and so 8 hours of sleep was necessary to recover. But here's an interesting data that I've been looking back at. I've been noticing that my my rest heart rate has gone down significantly the last month. In March, my rest heart rate, according to my Garmin, that's my Garmin right there. It's the 735 XT, I think it's called. I'll put some light on that also. There you go. Okay, so in March, when I sort of started getting up to some good mileage, also some faster runs, I was running all the way up until until we got hit with the COVID-19 and the lockdown. So I was doing like 100K the last week or something like that. And my rest heart rate was up at like 68, and now it's down on 52. And that's the lowest rest heart rate that I've had in a year. That's significant, I think. And maybe that's also why I get this really great marathon prediction. Let's see if I can show you that here. My stats. Yeah, so I got some stats here on my on this watch. You get a race predictor, and it's actually pretty good. It's gone down several minutes since just last week. So if you see, where is the camera? Right there. Can you see this? I have to put the light on there as well. Oh, it's kind of hard to see. There we go. Right. These are the predictions right now. And so it says I'm going to do the 5K in 21 minutes and 10K in 44. That's more or less, you know, what I'm usually able to do. Half marathon in 1:37 and full marathon in 3:23. Well, I don't know about a full marathon right now, but I will be there soon enough. So so what I noticed is that before, if I look at my numbers here, I had my heart rate all through the year last year was over 60. And as I said, now it's down on 52. Why is that? Well, one thing I've adopted here, and it's an interesting note. There's a guy, Philip Maffatone. He has this idea that you should do all your base training. I mean, when you're getting fit, not like I was doing when I started running in January and increased my mileage significantly between December to March. So between December and March, in December I did about 60K, I'm looking here at my data, and then about 85K in January. It's not a whole lot. February I was up at 120, and in March, only half of March, I was doing already 160K more or less. So that was pretty steep, and my rest heart rate went up to like 60, 68, and now it's down at 52. So here's what Maffatone says. This is his formula. You take your you take 180, and then you subtract your age, and then you get the heart rate you're supposed to do when you're doing workouts. In my case, that would come down to 120. Now, if you have been running a lot and you haven't been injured too much, you can actually add up a heart rate of 5. And now, that I'm still not doing it at what Maffatone tells me to, but that would have been like 126 then in my case. Yeah, I haven't turned 60 yet, right? I still have about a month and a half to go to turn 60. So I should be at 126 according to Maffatone. Now he also has something that, so if you're over 65, you can add another 10 or something in between. So you have to sort of see a little bit for yourself. But he calls this his aerobic threshold. Yeah, so there's like the threshold when you start, when you sort of stop having your majority of your consumption, your energy consumption. If you're below this rate, you're actually burning mostly fat. And it doesn't stress the body as much as if you have a higher heart rate, and then the recovery will take longer as well. So I've been running at more or less 132. So I've added a little bit. It's just sort of by feel that it feels really easy when I do that. So as long as I'm under 132, I feel it's very, very easy. Yeah. And so I've been trying to do that the last 2 weeks, and I think it's actually showing results. So it's good to get down your base rest heart rate. It shows that you're not over, your system is not stressed out, which is an important thing now with the COVID-19 as well. If you stress your body too much, you will be more susceptible if you get any sort of disease and you get sicker. So sleep, rest, and don't stress the body too much. is a good thing to start with. So that's about my running. I'm going to keep on doing this sort of Maffatone style. You can look it up. There's some good books about it also, and I think I've linked to that previously in my own blog on gunnarengblom.com. So you can check that out if you're runners. And it's we'll see. I'm not going to have any runs whatsoever. Any sort of there's not going to be any competitions until, I don't know. I'm signed up for Berlin. That was supposed to be 27th of September. That has been sort of, it's in the air. If they do it this year, they'll do it in October, late October or November, but most likely they will postpone it until next year. And so I'm trying to, I've written, there's a marathon in Hawaii called the Hawaii Bird Conservation Marathon. Doesn't that sound great? So I'm going to try to see if that's going to be like in mid-December. They haven't decided yet if they're going to run the race or not. But if they do, that would be good. And it's downhill. So I guess that will be my only chance of getting below 3 hours. Anyway, so that's the plan for my running. All right, birding. Yeah, so as I said yesterday, I did this try having birding in my neighborhood. I had thought that I was going to be able to announce that for tomorrow, but I don't know. Time flies. I don't know what time is going. Time is just going away so fast. So I'm gonna push it one more day, since nobody knows that anything is happening tomorrow anyway. But I'm gonna do an event for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and Saturday. So there's sort of 6 different parks in my sort of nearby area where I'll show people birds for free. Anyone can come along. I won't charge anything for this at all. The idea is to build sort of a local group of people interested in going birding, and if they get caught by the bug, we can take them on weekend excursions once we're able to travel around a little bit more. So that's the idea. Anyway, so it's time now for my kids to have their Swedish lessons, Duolingo, and I'll see you here tomorrow at the same time on this channel, and between 12 and 1 on my profile. And I'll have some more birding updates by then. Take care now. Bye.